Hey everyone, Audra here from Pittman Law Office, and I wanted to talk today about some of the important things that your loved ones need to know after you pass away. So you have a will, or you have a trust, you have a folder, you have a binder, you have some mechanism of keeping all of your estate planning documents together and organized. And if you don't, you need to get one. So it is important that you keep all of that stuff together. So then something happens to you, they go right to the binder, they go right to the folder, and they have what they need. So when you pass away, there are typical things that need to be dealt with, like bills, right? So if we think about your monthly bills, you need to have a list of where they are and then how those monthly bills are paid. So if you have your trash that gets picked up every week and that gets paid from a credit card, well, when you pass away, your credit card closes with you or dies with you. It can't be used anymore. So then how is that automatic payment actually going to continue? It's not going to, which means your trash isn't going to be picked up. I know you're not making any more trash, but what about when people are at your house cleaning out your house and taking trash out? So it's important that if you have your monthly expenses written down and you list how they are also paid, your loved ones, your administrator, your trustee, whoever you have named to be in charge can facilitate making sure that your trash is still paid, along with other things like utilities, right? We want to make sure that your utilities are continuing to be paid, especially here in Florida because mold can happen so quick. Another big one that we see is lawn maintenance, right? Now that's silly, but really if you drive around and you see a house that's not taken care of anymore, typically you'll find that it's because a person has passed away and the administrator or trustee doesn't have money there or doesn't know that they need to pay with a check, or that the person comes once every 2 weeks and you got to pay in advance, or whatever is specific to your life you need to have written down. So what are your monthly expenses? How are they paid? Where are your assets located? So I have a lot of clients that come in and say, oh, I just have a small checking account there, small online checking account here, or savings account, or, oh, I just opened that because they gave me a small life insurance. And they just kind of put it off. And if your loved ones don't know where that money is after you pass away, how are they ever going to go find it? Right? So you need to have that listed, especially because so many people are doing online banking these days, or they get electronic statements. And if they can't get into your email or they don't have that information, then that can be money that is just lost that your loved ones never get. So all of your expenses, how they're paid, where all of your assets are. Okay. Also, as we said, the expenses. This is very important, especially if you have a second house or a business or something like that. You need to have all of that information close to your estate planning documents as well. So a big one that we have a lot of clients that go through is married couple. They have credit cards. Credit cards are in an individual's name, even though you might be an authorized user of your spouse's credit card. Sometimes it's difficult to see that because the cards look identical. Well, when the owner of the credit card dies, then both cards die. So the authorized user card dies and the owner's card dies. So make sure that you go back, and if you're married or you're relying on someone else's credit card, make sure that you have a credit card in your name alone so you can easily transition the automatic transfers to your credit card when someone passes. Another thing that people need to know are insurance policies. Not just life insurance policies, but vehicle insurance, homeowners insurance, anything that is specific to your place of residence, where you live. I have a lot of clients that have houses up north still, and they have to winterize those houses. It's very important that you have those procedures that you do to make sure that everything is handled if you pass away during the winter or summer, that they can handle what you have. So making sure that you have everything in one spot, okay? We have a lot of resources on our website. If you go into the resources, you can look at trust administration resources. You can look at resources for you to try and get organized right now. There's a great tool in there. It's called a personal information handbook. It's fillable on PDF, so you can do it on your computer and save it. You can print it out and put it in the binder or folder, whatever's easiest for you. because I have a lot of clients that don't really want to give all of this information up right now to their loved ones. So this is a good way where you can get them all the information that they need, but not necessarily tell them everything before you pass away. If you don't tell them all of this before you pass away, it's extremely important that you have a list of all of those things that I just talked about in the binder, in the folder, so they know what to do. If you have any other questions, check out our YouTube channel. We have a ton of resources on that about funding your trust and beneficiary designations and things like that. Our Instagram and our Facebook, and that is Estate Planning the P.I.N.K Way. Thank you.